गोपीजनवल्लभो गिरिवरधारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी।
जय गोपीजनवल्लभो जय गिरिवरधारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी।
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन।
यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन।
यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यमुनातीरावनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
जय राधमाधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी।
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी।
जय गोपीजनवल्लभो जय गिरिवरधारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी।
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन।
यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन।
यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यमुनातीरावनचारी।
जमुना तीरा वनचारी।
जय राधमाधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी।
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Beautiful song. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Gurudev. Jai Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for singing so beautifully.
No, Mataji, my voice is really bad as compared to you.
Okay, Mataji. It's always, yes, it's fine. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining today. And today, as we are, as Sham Prabhu always says, like, he always says that Krishna Katha is so important. If we know Krishna Katha, if we listen to Krishna, Krishna's stories, then it is like, in this, he always mentions this verse, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So Krishna is mentioning to Arjuna in this shloka in Bhagavad Gita that whoever knows the transcendental nature of Krishna and his activities, his appearance and his activities, will not again, after leaving this body, will not take birth again in this material world, but attains his eternal abode. So that's what Arjuna, Krishna is mentioning to Arjuna. So this every Thursday, Sham Prabhuji begins with this verse. So I'm just trying to follow what he says. So we have to.
Mataji,
Yes, Prabhuji.
shall we also do the Mangala chantation, Mataji?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I forgot. Yes, I said that, but I forgot. Yes, Prabhuji. Who is doing Mangala?
If you want, you can do, otherwise I can do, Mataji, if it is
Sure,
okay.
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, I got carried away. Yes, Prabhuji,
Thank
please.
you, Mataji. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांशं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सह ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांशम्। हे कृष्ण करुणसिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू माता जी।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for reminding me. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, thank you for wonderful
Before we start,
Mangalacharan prayers, Prabhuji. Thank you.
before we start Kirtan, the Katha Mata ji, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva 3 times. If you just lead that one, we all follow behind you.
Okay, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, yes, Prabhuji sir. So we as I was already mentioning about the Janma Karma Chame Divyam. So if we listen to Krishna's story all the time, if we think of Krishna and remember Krishna all the time and remember his activities, his pastimes, then we will not have, we will not have to come back to this world again and again. So that was mentioned already. And then now we are doing this chapter from Krishna's book, which is written by Srila Prabhupada, and chapter 64. And today whatever I'm going to speak, whatever I will do, because of the blessings of all the gurus and Krishna's mercy, as well as Amok Prabhu always encouraging because of his encouragement, and also Sham Prabhu's blessings today. Thank you so much. So we have started already. The story goes like this in this book. So in the beginning, the Krishna's sons, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and everybody went for a picnic. And when they went for a picnic, they were looking. They were having fun time, but they were thirsty. So they were looking to get some water. So they went and they were looking for water, and they found a well. But in the well, they saw, they wanted water, but instead of water, they saw a huge lizard, which is in the well, lying there in the well. And they understood that it was, it needed help, it wanted to come out of the well. So they wanted trying to help him out of the well. They tried so hard, but they were not able to pull the lizard out of this well. So they went to Krishna, and they said, like, Krishna, this big lizard is stuck in this big well. So they asked Krishna, and then Krishna came there, and within, as we all know, Krishna has lifted the Govardhan hill when he was only 7-year-old, that too with his pinky, with his little finger. So if he can do that, this lizard was not at all a big, it was not a big deal for Krishna. So obviously Krishna was able to pull the lizard out of the well. And then when he pulled the lizard out of the well, Krishna, the moment Krishna touched the lizard became a Gandhar, like a demigod. He with the beautiful, he was in golden color, luster, and he was a beautiful a demigod. So then Krishna asked, like, Krishna knows everything. It doesn't mean that Krishna doesn't know, but he just asked to hear from him what happened to him, why he was in the lizard form. So the big lizard, who became a demigod, he started explaining Krishna what happened, why he had to become a lizard. In this story, because when he was King Nrga, he is King Nrga. So he was. When he was King Nrga, he was kind of giving he did lot of austerities and giving lot of charities. He was giving all these cows in charity to all the Brahmanas. But one day, when he was giving so many cows to the Brahmanas, one cow came back to Nrga's group of cows, and he didn't know that it was already donated. So unknowingly, he gave this same cow to another Brahmana, thinking that it was his cow. Then the Brahmana who got this cow before, he got very mad, and he said, like, how come you give the cow which you already gave me in charity and giving to another Brahmana? But King Nrga did not know that, but since he donated already this cow to another Brahmana, he apologized, but still the Brahmana was not happy, and he cursed this King Nrga to become a lizard. So that's how he was stuck in this big well. So all this story was already narrated by Sham Prabhu. So from here we will read more about why he was stuck and how he came out of that well. Because of Krishna, he already came out of this well, and then he's talking from here, we will read. King Nrga had remained in the well as a big lizard. So can I ask some volunteer devotees to please read this paragraph? Hare Krishna Sanchita Mataji. Dandvat Pranams Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I can read it.
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
King, is it Nrga, right?
Nrga.
Nrga, sorry. King Nrga had remained in the well as a big lizard for a very long time. He told Lord Krishna, in spite of being put into that degraded condition of life, I simply thought of you, my dear Lord, and my memory was never vanquished. It appears from these statements of King Nagra that person who follow the principles of fruitive activities and derive some material benefits are not very intelligent. Being given the choice by the superintendent of death, Yamraj, King Narga could have first accepted the result of his pious activities. Instead, he thought it better first to receive the effect of his impious activities and then enjoy the effects of his pious activities without disturbance. On the whole, he had not developed Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness person develops love of God, Krishna, not love for pious or impious activities. Therefore, he is not subjected to the result of such actions. As stated in Brahma Samhita, a devotee, by the grace of Lord, is not subjected to the reactions of fruitive activities. Somehow, or is that all? Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Mataji. Beautiful reading. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. So actually, I forgot to tell that the King Nrga was put into this well because when Yama Dharmaraya, when Yamaraj came, he asked, because usually we all do pious and impious activities. So actually, King Nrga did not do many impious activities, but just because of this one mistake, it is considered as impious, obviously. So he was so when Yamaraj came and asked, Yamaraja came and asked at the death time, King Nrga actually accepted to go through the impious activities, the effects of his impious activities, and then enjoy the effects of his pious activities without disturbance. So that's what happened. That's why he was stuck in this well. So in this, they are clearly telling that King Nrga had remained in the well as a big lizard for a very long time. So, and he told Krishna, when he was in the well, he was simply thinking of Krishna, nothing else. He did not think of anything else. Just like King Bharata also, when he was, at the time of death, he just thought of the deer which he gave shelter, and he was worried about that deer. That's why he became a deer. Next life, he got a deer life. But in the dear life, he remembered his previous Janma, so activities of his previous Janma, and he realized that it was a mistake that he remembered at the time of death. He remembered the deer. That's why he got a deer's body in his next life. So that's why he remembered only Lord. Exactly like that, even this lizard, the King Nrga, when he got big lizard, body of a lizard, he just remembered the Lord, and his memory was never vanquished because he did so much pious activities in his previous Janma. So he did not forget what he did. So that's why he remembered Krishna alone, and nothing else. So that's why King Nrga, when he understood that and when he followed the principles from this state, and here it says, it appears from these statements of King Nrga that persons who follow the principles of fruitive activities and derive some material benefits are not very intelligent. So it's clearly mentioned that we are not supposed to be worried about what is pious activities and what is impious activities. because either way, whether we do bad karma or good karma, either way we have to again be born, and again we have to either enjoy or suffer depending on what kind of activities we have done. But instead of that, if we can constantly remember Krishna, and if we can constantly talk about Krishna, and whatever we do, whatever we eat, when we offer to Krishna, and then if we eat, if we do our chanting and all the things which we ABCD E, if we follow all those, then obviously we can reach Krishna. The ABCDs are, first one is association with the pure devotees who can elevate us to the because alone we can never reach the goals, but if we are associated with the devotees, we can reach. B is reading the scriptures, books. B is for books. So reading the books of Srila Prabhupada. C is for chanting. We have to chant our at least minimum 16 rounds. And then D is for diet. We have to eat only the sattvic food, no onion, garlic, and follow the four regulative principles, all those things, the diet. And then E is for Ekadasi. We can also do Ekadasi Vrat. So if we can do all that and remember Krishna all the time, then we can reach Krishna. So even though he was in a big lizard form, he was always remembering Krishna. And then being given the choice of superintendent of death, Yamaraja, King Nrga could have first accepted. That's why he accepted the impious activities, the effects of his impious activities. And then he wanted to enjoy the effects of the pious activities without any disturbance. So on the whole, he had not developed Krishna. But here they are saying, on the whole, he had not developed Krishna consciousness because he still wanted to enjoy his pious activities. The effects of his pious activities. But that's what here it is saying, that we should not be attached to our fruitive results of our activities. But here the King Nrga is still attached. So here it's mentioning, on the whole, he had not developed Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious person develops love of God, Krishna, not love for pious or impious activities. Therefore, he is not subjected to the results of such action. As stated in Brahma Samhita, a devotee by the grace of Lord is not subjected to the reactions of fruitive activities. If we are always remembering Krishna, then we will not be subjected to the reactions of our fruitive activities. But in this case, King Nrga is still attached to his pious and impious activities. So, can I request another devotee to please read this paragraph? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sanchita Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji. Yeah, I can read. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Somehow or the other, as a result of his pious activities, King Nrga had aspired to see the Lord. He continued, "My dear Lord, I had a great desire that someday I might be able to see you personally. I think that is great desire to see you, combined with my tendency to perform ritualistic and charitable activities, has enabled me to retain the memory of who I was in my former life, even though I became a lizard. Such a person who remembers his past life is called Jati Smara. In modern times also, there are instances of small children recalling many details of their past lives. My dear Lord, you are the super soul seated in everyone's heart. There are many great mystic yogis who have the eyes to see you through the Vedas and Upanishads. To achieve the elevated position of realizing that they are equal in quality with you, they always meditate on you within their hearts. But although such exalted saintly persons may see you constantly within their hearts, they still cannot see you face to face. Therefore, I am very much surprised that I am able to see you personally. I know that I engaged in so many activities, especially as a king. Although I was in the midst of luxury and opulence, but was subject to so much of happiness and misery of material existence. I am so fortunate to be seeing you personally. As far as I know, when one becomes liberated from material existence, he can see you in this way. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for reading that beautifully.
Thank you, Mataji, for giving the opportunity. Haribol.
Somehow or other, as a result of his pious activities, because of his pious activities, King Nrga had aspired to see the Lord. So, because he did a lot of pious activities, that's why he was able to see the Lord. Otherwise, there is no chance that we can see the God. And I had a great desire that someday I might be able to see you personally. So he had a desire to see Krishna personally, and he did. He got to see Krishna personally. I think that this great desire to see you, combined with my tendency to perform ritualistic and charitable activities, has enabled me to retain the memory of who I am, who I was in my former life. So, because of his charitable activities and all his pious ritualistic performances and everything, then that's why he was able to remember his past life. We are not able to remember who we were in our previous lives, but he was able to remember. Even though I became a lizard, such a person who remembers his past life is called Jati Smara. Jati Smara means who can remember their past lives. In modern times also, there are instances of small children recalling many details of their past life. So we have seen many instances in news, or even in a few when I was a little kid, there was one serial which came, which was very interesting. It was Honi Unhoni, something like that, where it was talking about real instances where people remembered their previous lives, and they used to tell that's where their parents are and where they have hidden their favorite stuff and all that. And when they went to see, they used to actually find those stuff. So many people can recall their previous life janma. So that is called Jati Smara. In my dear Lord, you are the super soul seated in everyone's heart. So he is sitting in everybody's heart. Krishna, Lord Krishna, is sitting in each and everyone's heart. So, and many mystic yogis who have the eyes to see you through the Vedas and Upanishads. So yogis who are mystic yogis can actually see through the Vedas and Upanishads. Even when we are reading the scriptures, we may not be able to see him in person, but we can actually see him through our heart. We can feel that he is there, right? Everybody can feel. That is why we are all connected to him. That's why we can feel it, and that's why we want to know him more, to achieve the elevated position of realizing that they are equal in quality with you. They are always meditate on you within their hearts. But although such exalted saintly persons may see you constantly within their hearts, they still cannot see you face to face. Yes, nobody can see him face to face, but King Nrga got to see him in person. Therefore, I'm very much surprised that I'm able to see you personally. I know that I was engaged in so many activities, especially as a king. Although I am in the midst of luxury and opulence and was subject to so much of happiness and misery of material existence, I am so fortunate to be seeing you personally. As far as I know, when one becomes liberated from material existence, he can see you in this way. So because he understood that because he became liberated when he was in the form of a lizard, he was constantly meditating upon Lord Krishna. That is why he was able to see Krishna in person directly with his eyes. So thank you so much. Can I request another devotee, please, to read this paragraph? Debani Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. I'll try.
Please, Mataji, thank you.
Um, when King Nrga elected to receive the results of his impious activities, he was given the body of a lizard because of the mistake in his pious activities. Thus, he could not be directly converted to a higher status of life like a great demigod. However, along with his pious activities, he thought of Krishna. So he was quickly released from the body of a lizard and given the body of a demigod. By worshipping the Supreme Lord, those who desire material opulences are given the bodies of powerful demigods. Sometimes these demigods can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face, but they are still not yet eligible to enter into the spiritual kingdom, the Vaikuntha planets. However, if the demigods continue to be devotees of the Lord, the next chance they get, they will enter into the Vaikuntha planets. Having attained the body of a demigod, King Nrga, continuing to remember everything, said, "My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Lord and are worshipped by all the demigods. You are not you are not one of the ordinary living entities. You are the Supreme Person, Purushottama. You are the source of all happiness for all living entities. Therefore, you are known as Govinda. You are the Lord of those living entities who have accepted material bodies and those who have not yet accepted material bodies. Among the living entities who have not accepted material bodies are those who hover in the material world as evil spirits or live in the ghostly atmosphere. However, those who live in the spiritual kingdom, the Vaikuntha Lokas, have bodies not made of material elements. You, my Lord, are infallible. You are the supreme, the purest of all living entities. You live in everyone's heart. You are the shelter of all living entities. Narayana, being seated in the heart of all living beings, you are the supreme director of everyone's sensual activities. Therefore, you are called Shrikesha.
Rishikesh. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for wonderful reading.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mataji.
Yes. So in here, so however, he was given a King Nrga was given lizard form, but still because he did lot of whole time he was meditating upon Krishna, so he got a demigod. He got to become a demigod. Actually, he was a King Nrga. Now he became a demigod because Krishna touched him. So that's why, and he got to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. But he's still not eligible to enter into the spiritual kingdom, the Vaikuntha planets, because, however, if the demigods continue to be, because he's not yet, even though he meditated upon Krishna, but he could not get to the Vaikuntha planets. But if he continued to be the devotees of the Lord, and if the demigods continue to be devotees of the Lord, and next chance they can enter into the Vaikuntha planets. So we have to do a lot. We have to remember that we are servants of Krishna, and we have to do a lot of devotional service to Krishna. Only then we will be able to enter the Vaikuntha planets. And even though he meditated upon Krishna, still he got to become a demigod, but he did not enter Vaikuntha planets. And then, having attained body of demigod, King Nrga continued to remember everything said. What God is and how he is the Purushottama in this paragraph is important. So, continuing to remember everything said, "My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Lord and are worshipped by all demigods. You are not one of the ordinary living entities. You are the Supreme Person, Purushottama. You are the source of all happiness for all living entities." So in Bhagavad Gita also, yeah, this one is like how karma can be, how we when we were talking the previously, this was work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu, has to be performed, otherwise work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage. In this was for karma when we were talking previously. So we have to perform our duties, but not to get attached to the results of that. For the fruits, we should not get attached to the fruits of the karma. And here this one is saying, like in this, by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection through performing his own work. So we have to remember that by the worship of Lord, we have to, he is saying in here, Yata pravritir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam sarva karmana tat abhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. He is all pervading. So in here, he is Purushottama, he is the supreme person, Purushottama. You are the source of all happiness. He is also source of all happiness for all living entities. Therefore, you are known as Govinda. Because he is the source of happiness. If we are happy, it is all coming from the God. That's why he is known as Govinda. You are the Lord of those living entities who have accepted material bodies and those who have not yet accepted material bodies. He is also Lord for the spirit souls, and also for the souls who have accepted the material bodies like us. Among the living entities who have not accepted material bodies are those who hover in the material world as evil spirits or live in the ghostly atmosphere. So some spirits are in the ghostly atmosphere. For them also he is the God. However, those who live in the spiritual kingdom, the Vaikuntha Lokas, have bodies not made of material elements. You, my Lord, are infallible. You are the supreme and the purest of all living entities. You live in everyone's heart. So, and you are the shelter for all living entities, Narayana. Being seated in the heart of all living beings, you are the supreme director of everyone's sensual activities. Therefore, you are called Hrishikesha. Hrishikesha means who is for all the senses, who controls all the senses is called Hrishikesha. But we are called, we are controlled by the senses, but he is the controller of the senses. That's why he is called Hrishikesha. And so, Hare Krishna, Amok Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Should we end for today, Prabhuji, until here?
Is there any more paragraphs, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Here.
How many paragraphs, Mataji, you have?
There are this much, Prabhuji. Almost 4 or 5, I think, Prabhuji.
Okay, 4 or 5. Yes, Mataji. So we can just leave up to these 3 paragraphs for now, and then we can just have questions and answers, Mataji. If you can take reflections and ask feedback from the devotees.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So today, we will end for today. And please, if you have any questions, please ask. And any corrections, please do so. Thank you. I'm also learning. So please forgive my mistakes. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Mataji beautifully explained. Thank you actually for explaining this to us. It means a lot. You did a great job. I mean, I think you were wonderful.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Debani Mataji. Hare Krishna, Vrindavan Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to let us meet every all devotees and Srila Prabhupada also.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. If Sanchita Mataji, if you have any corrections, please do so.
Hare Krishna Mataji, no, wonderful class. Yeah, you have done it very wonderfully and given your reflection on each paragraph. So no correction. Of course, we all are learning, but Krishna Katha is such, it has got so much nectar that as we learn, all that little Krishna consciousness that we have got, all the reflection come and we are able to connect. So, which you did so beautifully, yeah, Mataji. So, and it's very true, you know, how King from King Nrga, what we learn that one of the most important uh, thing that we should remember in Krishna consciousness is what Krishna says, Sarva Dharma Parityajya, like in that slok 1866, all that you think that, you know, all the other dharma that you are following to get, you know, action, reaction, everything, forget about that. And if once you surrender everything and dovetail your life, material life, with spiritual life, then the actions of all the karma we do throughout, of course, we speaking for myself, we do so much of anarthas each and every day, doing our bhautik activities, but when we try to connect it to Krishna, give it back to Krishna in the mood of surrender and with humility and sincerity, then Krishna understands that, and mm, that helps us elevate, and we get our karma. And of course, with the following the regulative principles, definitely, then our karmas get burned. So, which, like the desire which King Nrga had, like, though he thought about Krishna all the time, but you know, he still had the desire that first he will let go of his unpious activities, and then he will enjoy the fruits, the fruitive actions of his good karma. So this is a learning for us, a takeaway that good or bad, we have to burn everything and then go from there. Like as uh, Maharaj Yudhishthira, I mean, he finished everything and then he could go back to the Lord. So Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, wonderful. Yes, yeah, we have to always remember to give all the fruits to Krishna, so that way we can, and we have to remember akarma is more important than pious or impious activities. Thank you, Mataji. Beautiful said. Amok Prabhuji, please correct me. Please give your insights to this, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. You have done all beautifully, Mataji. There are no mistakes. Everything is so Krishna Katha. It is nectarian. Krishna Katha Amritam. So this is so beautiful. Tadvag Visargo Janatag Viplo Yasmin Pratislokam Abadhavatyapi. So even though there are so many mistakes, but the sages or learned devotees, so they accept it so much of pleasure. So tadvag visargo janatago vipluvo yasmin pratisloka abadhavatyapi namani anantase sonkitanyat shrunvanti gayanti gurunanti sadavaha. So the devotees accept so much of pleasure. So like when children are doing, the parents are very happy to see their small steps. Likewise, there is no mistakes and the corrections in Krishna Katha, as long as we are saying Krishna, Krishna, as long as that is sufficient, Mataji. So it is so beautiful, Mataji, remembering Krishna. So one reflection here. So Nrga, King Nrga. So there is one thing. So actually, he is mentioned in the son of Manu, Vaivasvata Manu, in the Bhagavatam family tree. But when he was introducing himself to Krishna, I'm the son of Ikshvaku and Nrga, they're actually the siblings in the Bhagavatam family tree. So that is what I was just contemplating why Sukadeva Goswami says to Parikshit, like he was the son of, why he introduced it as son of Ikshvaku like that. Okay, so here in the Bhagavatam family tree, it is mentioned like he is a sibling, brother of Ikshvaku. Okay, so and another thing, though here Nrga has performed So many cows he donated, but we do not see that he has performed a devotional service, Upasana Kanda. So that is what we see. But even with some great sages, we see that. So this is he comes under uh, like the section of the karma pious activities. That is karma kanda, jnana kanda. All the sages they have got all the. But our devotees they come under upasana kanda. They do not want anything except the devotional service. As soon as they leave the body, enter into the Vaikuntha. That is upasana kanda. And if we see this Kuvera's children, Manikriva and Nalakuvara, even they were in the trees, and as soon as Krishna broke those trees in the Damodarila, they got their demigod bodies back because we have not seen that they have performed devotional service because uh, they still have got time here in this material universe to enjoy as a demigods because they have got those desires. And Dhruv Maharaj also. But when he was a child, he was asking, I wanted a big job than my father. So he was transferred to Dhruvaloka. There he will be ruling for as long as yeah, unlimited period of time, and then he'll go back to Vaikuntha. But still there, he is Dhruvaloka, which is nearer to the abode of Vishnu. That is still within this universe. But even that tenure is finished, then he'll go back to the spiritual world, actual spiritual world eternally. So this is, but devotional service, the Krishna consciousness movement, whatever we are doing, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra all the time, that what Antakale Chamam Eva Smaran Mukta Kalevaram Yah Prayati Samadbhavam Yati Nasti Atra Samsayah. That is the point. We wanted to remember Krishna while we leave the body. But while living in this material body, we execute the devotional service, following all the four regulative principles, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 16 rounds every day without failing, and then associate with the devotees. Just our life is no more materialistic. Tata dustam sruddhya satchu sajjeta buddhiman. Santa evasi chindanti manovyasanga mukti. No more material association, only the devotees, no more mental speculations. We take everything from Guru Parampara, bona fides, Guru Parampara. So in such a way, when we live like that, it doesn't matter. Kimba pramattaihi bohubihi parokshonaihi hayinaihi ham varam muhurtam viditam ghatate shreyase yataha. So Sukadeva Goswami says that if we live just for muhurta time, kim pramattaihi bohubihi parokshaihi hayinaihi ham. What is the use of living hundreds of thousands of years in this material world unnecessarily? He says just varam muhurtam viditam, just muhurta. Muhurta means around 40 to 48 minutes. If we just live varam muhurtam viditam gatate shreyase yataha. Shreyase is to attain the ultimate perfection. So in order to give assurance to Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami says about the Katvanga Rishi, within a muhurta time, he has achieved Vaikuntha planets. So he was assisting the demigods, and then later on, he asked how much time is left. So they said like one muhurta time. Immediately he came and sitting in his position, and then trying to do in his own way, remembered the Lord and meditating on the form of the Lord, and then went back to the Vaikuntha. So here, though it is not how many years we live, we always wanted to remember. This is Mao Nutapakalaya Bhagat Smritigno Moho Bhaviti Hurnau Rajito Ado Adaha. So when Jaya and Vijaya they fall down from the Vaikuntha planet to this material world as demons, they also ask, we never wanted to forget the Lord. We wanted to remember the Lord all the time. So that is their benediction they asked from these four Kumaras. So remembering, so here Nrga, he is clearly asking that I have been remembering you, my dear Lord, but we have not seen that he has executed devotional service. So most of we in India, we come from the spiritual country where everyone knows about, but they do not execute the devotional service. Most of the people, they I know Krishna, I know Rama, I know all the incarnations, I know everything, I know Bharatam and Bhagavatam, they will say. But mm, even though they say that, they don't execute, they do not follow the rules and regulations, they do not chant the names of Krishna or Hare Krishna mantra regularly. Abhyasa yog yuktena chetasa nanya Paramam Purusham. So this Krishna mentions that one. Yati Pardhanu Chintayan. They do not chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and they do not endeavor to go to the Vaikuntha Loka, but they wanted to someone to come and do tulsi water and in their mouth when during, but throughout life they will be engaging in the karmic activities. So that is, it is karmis. They will remain as kurpanaha palahetavaha. They're misers. They wanted to eat the fruits of their actions. They do not execute, remembering the Lord. What Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam eva sisivtaivam atmanam matparayanaha. So this, we have to take those instructions from Krishna, which is pure, and execute the devotional service and go back to the Vaikuntha as soon as we leave this body. So that does not mean that we leave all our family when we are chanting and are following the regulative principles. If one person goes, takes the Hari Mantra. So I have shared that one in the Sangha, that is Hari Mantram Gurhitva. So uh, हरिमन्त्रं गृहीत्वा च हरिसेवां करोति यः भारतजन्म सफलं स्वात्मनः करोति च यः Buddhitya Koti Purushan, Buddhitya Koti Purushan, he will elevate millions of people. One person, one devotee in a family, he will elevate Buddhitya Koti Purushan, Vaikuntam Yati Sunishchitam, Sri Krishna Parshada Bhutva, Sukham Tatraina Modate. सहोदरान् स्वभृत्यांश स्वबन्धून् सहचारिणः स्वस्त्रियश्च समुद्धृत्य भक्तो याति हरेः पदम्. See, one devotee, how many people taking Sahodaran, siblings, Swabhrutyamsha, his servants, Swabandhun, all the relatives, Sahacharinaha, his wife and the companions, Swastriyasha, all the dependents and the women, Samudritya, to elevate themselves onto the transcendental platform. Bhakto yati harehe padam. They will all go to the Vaikuntha plant. If one person in the family, Buddhitya Koti Purushan Vaikuntam yati sunishitam, that is definitely path is clear. Just by remembering Harimantram Gruhitvacha. So that's why Lord Shiva recommends that, oh, Parvati, you just take this one, Harimantram, and then you perform. This is when before Ganapati takes birth. Lord Ganesha takes birth. So after Mother Parvati performs this devotional service to the Lord, then Ganesha would take birth. He would appear. So this comes from Brahmavaivata Mahapurana, Ganapati Kanda, 3rd chapter, verses 30 to 36, where Lord Shiva mentions to Mother Parvati about the glories of Hari Mantram. And here, just with one more last point about the Nrga, King Nrga. So one shloka comes like Gokoti Dana Grahane Kagasya, Gokoti Dana Grahane Kagasya, Prayaga Gangodaka Kalpavasaha. So if we donate so many cows during the solar eclipse, Gokoti Dana Grahane Kagasya, millions of cows. And Prayaga Gangodaka Kalpavasaha. If we perform Kalpavasa in the Prayaga, where the 3 rivers are meeting. So if he performs that kind of austerities and Yajnaita Meru Suvarnadhanam, if one gives charity so as much gold as the Meru mountain, then Govinda Namai na samam sitam shaihi. It does not even compare to the 1/100 portion of Govinda Nama. So here, whenever I remember, Durga is giving so many millions of cows in charity. So I remember this particular shloka, Go Koti Danam Grahane Kagasya. So that one. But we never see that uh, he has chanted Govinda Nama, Hare Krishna Mahamantra like that. So that's we have got this opportunity. We got this knowledge. We know what needs to be done. So we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra as much as possible. Utilize every moment of our life, and then go back to Godhead. So this is
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So beautifully explained. Yes, Prabhuji, I'm trying. I'm doing a lot of mistakes, I know, and we will, as I listen and more purify myself, so I can be more better with this. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Beautiful. Hare Krishna. So.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions to Mataji, dear devotees? You wanted to add any comments or any questions? Or you wanted to share anything?
Can you ask any shampoo is not here?
Sham Prabhuji has got some other event, so he has mentioned he could
Oh,
not.
okay. Okay, no problem.
Hare Krishna Vrindavan Prabhu. Today Gayatri Mataji took the session very beautifully. We all read and she beautifully explained, and then of course at the end Amoga Prabhu, he gives his nectar, and his contemplations are so, like, we can connect, like how fortunate we are to be in Krishna consciousness. So yeah, I mean, you basically got the gist of it. So yeah, Hare Krishna.
Beautifully said, Gayatri Mataji. Although I wasn't present for the whole session, just being given the opportunity by the grace of Krishna to hold this fort is a big task, and you held it up as Krishna wanted it. Beautifully done.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, because of Amok Prabhu's that support I am doing this, Prabhuji. That's all. Hare Krishna.
No, but it's a beautiful class. It's very wonderful class. It's nice. Don't worry, you continue practice. That's okay. You can more.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji, for
But
your...
you're so much humble.
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri Mataji. Beautiful class.
Thank you, Mataji, so for your wonderful service. So Krishna, he can give liberation, but he does not give devotional service that much easily to everyone. Mukti dadati karichit sma na bhakti yogam. He does not give bhakti to everyone that much easily unless he is so much of sincere. He has done so much of service to um, the senior devotees. Shushrusa Siddhadanasya Vasudeva Katarichihi. Syan Mahasriyave Vipraha Punyatiddhanishevanat. Unless we have done some rendering service to the senior devotees or other devotees, we don't get this service to serve Krishna. So he can give liberation very easily. Muktim dadati karichit. Smanam bhakti yoga. He does not give that much easily. Rendering service by rendering devotional service to Krishna, then he will be bound by our love. And he just like a toy in our hands. If he is a pure devotee, he will become a toy. So that's why he does not give devotional service to everyone that much easily. So we have got chance means that means there is lots of mercy of Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You did very nice job, Mataji. Thank you so much, and a very nice session. Can I request all devotees kindly unmute and do 3 loud Hari Bols to Gayatri Mataji, and we'll hope hear Gayatri Mataji again.
More than 3 times.
Hare Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Very bold.
Hari Bol.
Jai Gayatri Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this session. Amok Prabhuji, we just
To conclude, Mataji.
conclude. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva
Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhaya namo
Namo Namaha. Ananta Vaishnavi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
namo.
Hare Krishna consciousness, everyone, and see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m.
Sorry, Poo, I coming late. Opens to never mind.
No, Prabhuji, yes, so Tulayamalavenapi, this is a moment of devotees association is more than liberation. तुलयामलवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्याणां किं मुताशिषा. Your few moments of association is wonderful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, to hear you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Have a wonderful Krishna conscious night.